Okay, the story of the gold toilet. Here you go. You're going to see an Excel sheet in front of you. Everyone will have access to the story of the gold toilet once we talk about it. So in the story of the gold toilet, it's a pretty competitive market out there. And a lot of the times agents are asking the clients to remove the financing clause. And by law, as a mortgage agent, I'm not allowed to tell you to remove it. You're okay to remove it because it's there to protect you. Okay. If you choose to remove it, you have to understand the risks involved in removing it. A lot of the times agents want clients to remove it just to give you that other edge so that you can get that property. Okay. So here's the story of the gold toilet. So let's just say you found this perfect place. It's across the street from a beautiful park. You love that park, has sentimental value. Your best friend lives down the street. Let's just say there's a mother-in-law. She lives in the same block, can take care of the kids, can babysit, can cook. And in this house, it has a gold toilet. Now, as a buyer, you're the only one that can see this gold toilet. And you tell your agent, hey, agent, you know what? I know you're telling me this place is worth $600,000, but for all these personal reasons, and because it has a gold toilet, and I know I could sell that gold toilet after the fact to get my money back, I am willing to pay $650,000. And your realtor will go, well, guys, if you pay $650,000, you're guaranteed to get it. You will beat out the other 50 offers that are on the table because you are paying over market value. And you're like, no, that's totally fine. We want this place because of all these personal reasons, and there's a gold toilet. And again, only you can see the gold toilet. So what will happen is you put in an offer for $650,000, you remove the financing clause, and the offer gets accepted. And now this place is yours. Okay. So what will happen is the lenders will order an appraisal. And the appraisal will come in and say, well, this place looks beautiful, but it's not worth $650,000. It's actually worth $600,000. So what that means is you paid $650,000. They're only willing to fund at $600,000. So you have to come up with that $50,000 difference. So unless you have if you want to remove the financing clause and there's a chance that you might pay a little bit more than what the market value is, you need to make sure you have that $50,000, that cash available to put aside. Okay. So what determines market value? So market value is determined by what has been selling in the last 30 days with a similar lot size, similar property tax amount, with the first 3 postal codes that are the same, with a similar house. So you can't go on the same street if you compare, like, say, 123 Sesame Street, number 1 Sesame Street and number 3 Sesame Street is the exact same, but just a mirror image, then yes, you can compare those 2 properties. But if you compare to number 5 Sesame Street, which is like a triple car garage, 5-bedroom house, versus number 1 Sesame Street, which is what you bought, and it is, a bungalow and it only has 2 bedrooms, you can't compare those 2, even though it's on the same street and they sold in the last 30 days. So the 3 things you have to look up for is it has to have the similar property tax amount. It has to have the similar lot size, similar type of home, and most importantly, it has to sell in the last 30 days, okay, and similar property taxes. So those are the 5 things. Now, I have an Excel sheet here in front of me, so I just want to work out the numbers. So let's just say you bought it for original purchase price is $650,000, but the appraisal came in at $600,000. Sorry, actually, let's just back up. So you bought it for $650,000, comes in at $650,000. So that means the banks will do a mortgage of $520,000, and you will have to come up in this scenario, $139,000. Okay. But let's just say you bought it for $650,000, but the appraised value comes in at $600,000. So the banks will use the lower of the 2. So this will change to $600,000. And what that means is the value we're going to use, the maximum mortgage is $480,000. But because you paid $650,000 for it, you have to come up with that difference. So you see how this number went up to $178,000 now? Because there's $50,000 that you overpaid by market value, and that's added in to the your total closing costs. So long story short, if you are going to remove the financing clause, just remember the story of the gold toilet. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Bye.